Ayo, what is groovy? What is good? It's your boy Papa Capes, and we are back with yet another Raid Shadow Legends video. Thank you so much to Raid for sponsoring this video and for hooking us up with our own download link that you can find in the description down below. Using that link directly supports me and directly supports the channel. If you choose to start with that link, you will instantly be greeted by Tholen Foulbeard right off the bat, and as you continue to progress just a little bit, you'll then meet the likes of Ugo, Tagore, and Mausoleum Mage. Right now, you can also get a second legendary at the start if you use code RAID7 for Pelops the Victor or code WRATH for Padraig. Let's get into today's video. I was thinking about this recently. I've had a little bit of time, and I'm going to continue introducing you guys to my account because the most value I've had added to my Raid account is not from me Googling anything, it's not from me researching, it's from these videos that I upload, and then after the videos going into the comments and actually reading through it, understanding what's being said and experimenting. So I'm just going to continue introducing you guys to my account, and today we're going to be talking about dungeons. And I think the first dungeon that we're going to get into is Dragon. So I'm going to go through my normal dungeon team, and then I'll go through my hard dungeon team. All right, this is not me saying these teams are perfectly optimized. The only reason I've got them in team setups was so that I can remember who I use in these dungeons, because when there's clan quests, sometimes I get the clan quest for place 10 buffs on Fire Knight or place 10 buffs on Dragon, and then I change up the teams to get as many debuffs as possible. Then I forget who I use. So that's the only reason I've got team setups. There's no speed tuning, there's no abilities. I haven't done anything in the team setups. So again, this isn't me saying this is fully optimized. This isn't a guide. This is just the teams that I've used so far with whatever research I've done. And I'm pretty sure that there's better teams on my account and possibly better champions to use as part of the teams that I use in my dungeons. So not to waffle on too much. So as we get into Dragon Normal Stage 25, the fastest time is 1 minute and 21 seconds and lowest turns 59, so sub 60 turns. And the Dragon Normal team that I use is this one right here. We've got Padraig in the lead with 25% speed aura for all dungeon battles. Then we've got Mikey, Supreme Gallic, Mithrala, and Ezio. You guys have heard so much about Mikey and Supreme Gallic on my account because they're part of most of my core rosters, possibly 85% of the content I do within Raid, they're a part of. And yeah, so that's Dragon Stage 25, but let's move on to Dragon Hard right here. And Dragon Hard Stage 10 is the only stage 10 I've been able to complete in any hard dungeon this far. It's possibly also the only one that I've actually, quote unquote, sweated in and tried to build a team and master the team and everything because of that speed gear that you get from Dragon. And we all know in Raid, speed is king. So let's look at the differences between the Dragon Normal team and the Dragon Hard team, which is this one right here. In Dragon Hard, we bring in Xenomorph for additional poisons, and we bring in Venomage for additional poisons and activations on those poisons. And we take out Supreme Gallic, and we take out Mikey. So they also consistently do these runs fully auto at 100%. So let's show you guys the build real quick on Xeno. He's currently, I recently changed his build because I put attack percentage gloves on him instead of crit rate gloves, because I tried to use him in Clan Boss, and if he's got a high crit rate, I was told that the poisons stack up too much and they almost block additional buffs landing on the boss. But I've recently changed him back, so he's back in crit rate gloves, and he's built in speed, feral, and cruel, and his stats are 46,702 HP, 4,753 attack, 2,659 defense, 212 speed. He's crit capped with almost 200% crit damage, 163 resistance, and almost 400 accuracy. And then if we go into Ezio, he's in Merciless and Savage, and his stats are 55k HP, 5,500 attack, 2,700 defense, 182 speed. He's quite slow. I do need to get him faster. Maybe I've been forcing sets on him with that Merciless and Savage. I want to take a look at this. It's also crit capped with 233% crit damage, 244 resistance, and 232 accuracy. And then Mithrala, who's built in Perception, Feral, Mercurial, and Protection. And she is currently sitting at 77k HP, 2.5k attack, 3,900 defense, 267 speed, 21% crit rate, to 91% crit damage, 246 resistance, and 470 accuracy. And as we continue to go down to Mr. Padraig, he is in Protection and he is in Stone Skin, and his stats are as follows: just under 70k HP, 2,851 attack, 3,654 defense, 213 speed, 33% crit rate, 100% crit damage, 176 resistance, and 85 accuracy. This was a build that I put on him quite a while back, so I might revisit his build to actually build him properly. Now that I know how many different types of content I use him in, I need to ensure that I've built him diligently and efficiently. And then Venomage coming through as well. She is in Perception, Protection, Feral, and Mercurial. And her stats are as follows: 56k HP, 4,500 attack, just under 3k defense, 230 speed, crit capped with 99% crit damage. That's horrible. 172 resistance and 329 accuracy. So those are the main champions that I use for Dragon Hard. Again, these two champions, being Mikey and Supreme Gallic, are interchangeable. They can make it into the hard team as well, but I find it a lot quicker with the additional poisons, and that's why I choose to use them instead of my two main carries, my main nukers, being Supreme Gallic and Mikey. The nice thing about this team is tons and tons and tons of poisons. Xeno's a poisoner, Venomage is a poisoner, and she comes through with the heal reduction as well on the A1, and then she does a decreased defense on the A2 and a decreased attack with poison. Then the A3 has the heal reduction and then also places poisons, which is phenomenal. And then enemies under heal reduction debuffs inflicts 15% less damage. That's the main reason I use her in Clan Boss, really. She's just really, really good. Got her in Phantom Touch. The relic I've got on her is Golden Elixir. On Xeno, he's in the Talon, and Venomage is fully mastered. Xeno is not fully mastered, and he's in Crushing Rend. Ezio he's got Brimstone on for that additional damage. He's almost fully mastered, and he is in the Talon as well. And then Padraig, not yet fully mastered. He's in Phantom Touch, and Journal of Necrotis is the relic that I use him in just for that additional healing, which is kind of cool. And I think that's that. That is that. So again, I am not saying that this is a guide. I'm not saying copy my teams. I'm not saying it's super accessible. I'm not saying it's not accessible. Right now, you can start with Padraig as part of the promotion that's going on using code RATH to get him. But this is just the team that I've used. This is the team that has consistently allowed me to get through all 25 stages of normal dragon and all 10 stages of hard. And I can farm that, especially with that recent 5-time speed event. It was crazy. So speed gear is fantastic regardless of where you are on your account, early, mid game, or late game. So dragon, in my opinion, is one of the most important dungeons to farm. And those are the two teams I use, with two potential substitutes that you can take off the bench and put them in the roster if the other homies are tired. But yeah, we'll end it there. There is room for improvement. I understand that. Like we saw the masteries, maybe I'm using the wrong relics. Maybe I'm using wrong blessings. This is where you guys come in. This is where you guys come in. So right after this video goes live, I will meet you guys in the comments right after you like and subscribe for the journey. Please let me know what teams you guys use. What team do you use for Dragon Normal? What team do you use for Dragon Hard? Do you find yourself struggling with anything in Dragon Easy, in Dragon Normal or Hard? Or do you absolutely breeze through it and you choose to do it because you enjoy it and because it's a bit of the easier content for you? Let me know the teams that you use and we can converse about that in the comments. Once again, thank you so much to Raid for sponsoring this video. Please feel free to use that link in the description to start a new account. Using that link directly supports me, directly supports the channel, yo. It's the start of a new week. It is Monday after all. Happiness is a choice. Kindness is free. Leave your mark, yo. Peace out.